Go live. It's us, Larry and Randall. What's going on, Randall?
Ready to talk about Payback.
What's for dinner tonight?
What did I eat? Before I left the store, I had blueberries and
Ooh, the Robert Downey Jr. snack.
yeah. The English muffins, the blueberry English muffins as well. I had that.
Nice.
I had some Subway.
Okay.
And I got a free chicken sandwich.
Nice. Look at you.
For lunch. Yeah.
What kind of Subway did you get?
I wanted something simple, so I was just like, give me a roast beef sandwich with just mayo and mustard. And
I'm not prying that much. The only reason I ask is because I love Subway sandwiches, but I only love one.
Okay.
And I go and I order the same thing every time.
What do you order?
Just the Italian sub.
Okay.
But cold, no onions, extra jalapenos, and fucking everything. And then they get to the end and go, jalapenos? I'm like, yes, I said everything. And they're like, oil? Yes. I said everything.
130,000?
Vinegar? Yes. Yeah, right, exactly. It's like, look, I only need 70, man. You guys are going crazy. Anyway. So let's start. Yeah, do you know anything about Donald E. Westlake and Richard Stark and all that stuff, or do you just want to talk about this movie?
No, I mean, I'd love to hear more. I remember you talked about some of it before. But yeah, no, my knowledge on it is just nothing.
So here's the thing. So's mine. The only reason. So do you know anything about Parker, this character Parker?
No.
Even though he's called Porter in this movie. So the guy, Donald E. Westlake's really good. Sort of like a 70s paperback version of I don't know. He's his own guy. He's his own guy, man. It's really cool. It's just pulpy detective stuff. And he wrote under a pseudonym, Richard Stark, because a very similar reason to Stephen King, as I understand it. He just was so prolific. He would just write all this stuff. So anyway, he wrote this character Parker. And the only thing I come to it very, very late in my life, because although I was aware of Darwin Cook's stuff, you must know this.
Yeah.
He did like four hardcover books for, I forget who he did. IDW is the ones I got, but I think it might have been done for somebody else. I don't know.
Did he draw it or write it?
Yeah, he drew it. He adapted the books.
Oh, cool. Cool. I'll have to check those out.
Yeah, Walker loved them so much that he started reading the other Westlake stuff. Or he might have even started with Westlake, and I told him, hey, this is the guy that, because we had seen the Marky Mark version of Play Dirty, which is like 3 books, stuff from 3 books. Not even Parker books. They're like, because the guy spun all kinds of stuff off. This is a whole world in his head. So like, Parker is not funny at all, right? It's very serious. He's a bad guy, murders people, and this one book started off as a Parker story, but it was getting funny, so he just invented this other character that is funny. and so he meets, I forget what it begins with G. It's like, I don't know, but he meets up with Parker every once in a while in the later books, just for a little comedy relief. And then one day he just spun off that guy. It's great. I have to say again, this is my limited, like super recent understanding, because there are crazy Parker fans like I like Star Trek, so I kind of feel like some numbnut is going, Mr. Montgomery is the Irish engineer of Star Trek, and he's always in the transport. It's like, no, that's all wrong. So I'm kind of like afraid that I'm saying stuff that's just my limited understanding of being a recent fan of just the films too. Like, I don't even read the books. I can't. I'm too old. I have other stuff I have to do.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
What I mean? Well, yeah. Look who I'm talking to, Mister Nine Jobs at Once. But yeah. So anyway, I kind of came to it backwards. I saw the Mark Wahlberg version. I saw the Jason Statham version when that came out, which I think is like 2018. And it's just, those are the only two movies where he's actually called Parker.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody else is like they've done 100 versions of that Payback. I think that's the adaptation of The Hunter, and there's like four versions, but they're all different, and one's a woman even. You know what I mean? And it's because Westlake was like, if you want to do a series, fine, like sign me up for 5 movies, and you get the Parker name. If you just want this one, no, you're buying the adaptation rights to the story. You have to change all the names. And people were like, all right, well, we just want this one, and let's see how it does. And they're great, but no studio wanted it in the early days. Because, I mean, I think that first one was 1967 or something. It's black and white. I know that. And it's like, so it's a long time ago. And they just, like, recently, like within the last 5 years, were like, yeah, go ahead, do Parker movies. But anyway, this one came out in, what is it, 97. So it's, that's 28 years ago. But it seems like recent history to me, right? Because it came out the year after we got married. So I have a really clear memory of seeing this in the theater because I was a giant Mel Gibson fan. So I saw it as just like, oh, this is a spectacularly entertaining, back then I didn't know anything about Parker, and I wouldn't have looked it up because his name's Porter.
Right.
You know what I mean? If anything, I saw the title card go by based on The Hunter by Richard Stark, and like, who cares, right?
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, I'm watching a Mel Gibson movie, and I loved it. I loved it up and down the street. Yeah. So I almost didn't watch this again until I realized, hey man, you got a lot of stuff going on, and this will actually be a joy. This won't be something that you have to finish and complete for deadline or to bail somebody out or something. So I just had a really long lunch yesterday. Yeah. I watched the whole thing in one sitting, and I fucking loved it. So that's where I'm coming from. Where were you?
No, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. With my work schedule, I was like, you know what? Let me try to get a head start and start watching a little bit of it. And so I probably watched about 25% of it, and then I was like, okay, time to go to sleep. And then
that's a good one. That's a good bit, though. If you get the first quarter of a movie,
yeah,
you know whether you're gonna enjoy finishing it or not, right?
Yeah.
That's what I love about this movie. They set up what's going on, who's the guy you're following, what he wants, and why everyone wants to stop him. And it's not the usual reasons.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to have come to it like that. Like, I still would have watched it all at once because I do that.
Yeah.
I understand why you do. That's why I asked you.
Yeah.
And you watched the rest of it today, right?
So yeah, technically, I watched up to 2/3 of it last night.
Oh, okay.
And then the last third of it I watched this morning.
Cool. How did you feel about that? Were you like checking in with people you wanted to find out what happened, or was it just like a slog? Like, Larry's going to make fun of me if I don't finish this.
No. I mean, I'm committed. I'm committed.
Yeah, I got you.
If I say, hey, we're going to do Dork Court. I mean, every once in a while, I'll send you a message and be like, hey, work has gotten crazy. I can't do.
Oh, sure.
But
what are you going to do?
But if it's a movie, I feel like, I can do this. Things aren't too crazy, and I want to make sure I can, jump on and talk about it. Like, I basically timed it. Like, I was like, my goal was to wake up at 8:30 in the morning. And then that way I can leave the house at 9:30 so I can be at work at 10:30.
Okay. Man, it's an hour commute to your work.
It can be. It can be depending on traffic.
You poor bastard.
Yeah. And but I was like, no, I need to finish this movie, so I'll wake up at 7:30.
Oh.
And then that way I have plenty of time because I lollygag. I move slow. And so,
Lollygag. That's awesome.
yeah,
I too am a lollygagger, my friend.
yeah,
So don't worry. That's why I'm laughing. Like I play things by ear a
yeah,
little too much. That's what
yeah.
my dad used to call it. Like, dude, you need to plan. You play things by ear way too much. Yeah, you got some lollygagging going on there. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's good. And but I mean, like I love Mel Gibson as well too. You know, like I love a lot of his work. I think my brother was kind of like the inspiration for me really liking Mel Gibson. I think Braveheart was played like a huge role. Obviously, Lethal Weapon, but just seeing his performances, seeing
You
like the
weren't a
way.
Mad Max guy? I would have bet money on that.
I mean, I grew up watching bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, those were fun, like interesting films. But the problem is it came on television, so I never would catch it either in the beginning. I was
Yeah.
always catching bits and pieces of it, and so
Probably
sometimes,
hacked up too. Like who cares, right?
yeah, and sometimes, and I would get some of the films mixed up, so I'm like, I don't even know which one I'm watching, but I'm just like, this looks cool.
Well, that's the drugs, right?
And
Is this Mad Max Road Warrior 2? Lethal Weapon. I don't know. They both have
obvi-
cars.
obviously, Lethal Weapon is a classic. That's a great one.
Yeah, man.
I really like Conspiracy Theory.
Yeah, isn't it just conspiracy? No, is this theory? The one
Yeah.
with Julia Roberts, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. I like that one.
Yeah, and I always love watching.
Is that before this one?
I think it might have been. It's either before or right after, because they were like about around the same time.
Yeah, that's why I can't remember myself. That's my feeling too. It's like anywhere between 95 and 98 is that one. Huh.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Yeah.
either 97, 98, or 99.
God damn it! Now I have to look for it. So while you're talking, so I am paying attention.
Yeah. And so, just growing up liking Mel Gibson's movies. So like it's cool to I finally got to watch this one, and I'm sure there's at least another dozen Mel Gibson movies I still need to watch.
It's the same year.
Oh, it's the same year?
Yeah, no wonder we couldn't. It's around the same time. Yes, it is.
Literally.
All right, sorry. I had to get that out of my brain so I can sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Did you have you like the cast?
Oh, great cast, man. Great cast. I always love seeing like James. I think it's James Coburn, right?
He's great.
Am I right, James Coburn?
Yeah. Can you not hear me?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you're fading in and out a little bit.
You know what? I'll change. It might be my earpiece. Thanks.
But yeah, no, James Coburn. One movie I really enjoy him in is Hudson Hawk, and I like the fact that he's he can do comic relief, right? He can do like a little bit of joking around. Like he'll have his like serious moment with some of his lines and scenes, and then there'll be moments where he just turns right around and just says something like, funny. And are you able to hear me?
I can hear you, but you can't hear me, right?
I can hear you right now.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. All right, let me turn this up. Maybe that was a problem. All right. Yeah.
But he was like both him. Chris Christopherson was in it. He's great. I really feel like and they don't really show up until the third act. Basically,
yeah, that's what I love about that. All the like super heavy hitters are like at the end.
Yeah,
it kind of gave me, like, as a guy in the audience, the feeling that like stakes were being raised because they were paying more money for super famous actors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like when he goes, like, Chris Christopherson isn't even, he's the main bad guy, the guy running everything. So James Coburn, when he shows up, I'm like, oh my God, you're in trouble, man. This guy's great.
Yeah.
He's in a million Westerns when I was a boy. James Coburn's amazing. And then he's not even like the problem.
No, he really was like sort of like he was just the guy pointing shit out, right? He's like, this is
like
crazy.
a mini boss before you had to defeat before you got to the main boss.
He got called in and ended up not really doing anything.
I think that was cool though, because it kind of played against that guy's character.
Yeah.
And it made you go, holy shit, when Chris Christopherson shows up.
Yeah.
Like this guy's a badder ass than James Coburn in the film, you know?
Yeah.
So I thought that was like a really cool thing that they could do, that just borrows on what the audience expectation, you know?
Yeah.
But oh my God, do I love Maria Bello in that movie.
She's good. She's good.
Just their whole relationship, the whole idea that like usually the guy is the big deal. And he at every point when she said something, he completely deferred to her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He would tell her like, maybe sometimes things, you're not always going to get your way. Sometimes this has to go because of some stuff you don't know.
Yeah.
But like every time they had a quiet moment together, he was like, it's my fault. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys. If only I had just driven you to safer places back in the day, maybe both of us would be better. Like there were little lines like that the way Mel Gibson played them was insane for that kind of movie. Because, and especially if you know a little something about Parker, because I do at this point, right?
Yeah.
He's just a serious guy. And Mel Gibson played it serious and straight, but with a little bit of, hey, I'm really Bugs Bunny in this movie, you guys, but don't tell anybody because everybody's expecting Parker. He's like just playing it just a hair like whoop 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 whoop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when oh man, I forget that actor's name. David Painter, the guy with a hat that was the drug dealer. He you know, he'd do stuff like, hey, can you hold this gun for me? You know, and scare everybody. Or you know, when Painter pulls a gun on him at first, he lets him just sit there and he's like, oh yeah, you got me. And it happens so fast. It's like, but he's still kind of like, you know, like in a Parker novel or other movie, like he would just like grab the gun and shoot the guy or punch him in the face and knock him out and stuff.
Yeah.
He just grabbed the gun and was like, all right, can we just have a regular conversation now? So I really enjoyed his take on the character. And I don't know if that was, I mean, Mel's kind of like that in his movies. So I was going to say, I don't know if that was Mel or the writer who is, man, I forget the guy's name, but he's the guy who wrote LA Confidential as well.
Oh, okay.
So like, I think the screenplay was nice and tight. They did a great job.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the structure's there from the novel, but that's pretty good at it. I mean, I don't know. I read Darwin Cook's version. I didn't read the actual novel, which if my kid ever listens to this, who's at school, he will just be like, Daddy, you just shut the fuck up. You don't really, you don't deserve to be talking about Parker. And I'll be like, hey man, you went to school. Otherwise you and Randall could be talking about it.
Yeah.
But that was my giant takeaway, that Mel Gibson in 1997 was crushing it. And he was really dialed into what audiences then wanted from him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he could make a really good movie anymore because of all the stuff that's glommed onto his personality. Like, for example, my wife does not watch Mel Gibson movies anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's such a shame. Like I can take art away from I can separate art from artists. I can take art away from the artist. I got $13 that says I'm gonna watch this movie, Mel Gibson. Anyway. Yeah, so that's kind of a drag because I love his movies, man. When he's younger.
Yeah.
I can't, but I don't think I don't enjoy his movies now because he's a crazy anti-Semite. It's because he's old, and he's he's not. There's not a aging gunslinger movie that, I mean, it's like old ladies, old actresses who are like super beautiful.
Yeah.
Like when they get old, it's Meryl Streep and Helen Mirren. I mean the roles for vital women of a certain age are few and far between, and it's getting to be like that for men action stars.
Yeah.
Right? Like they don't last until 27 like women do. But like as much as I love Indiana Jones, those last two movies are a little hard to watch.
Yeah.
I love the last one. I mean, I love both of them. I don't mind Crystal Skull at all. I
Yeah.
just don't like what's his name?
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, the beef. But it's the movies are fine. But it's just like you can tell it's either there's Harry moving slower, or that's a stuntman in a really good mask, or CG, and in the 40s he still sounds like he's 85. So it's all, I get the trickery, and if you squint, it's nice to have another movie, and
yeah,
but Timmy's here. Recently watched Payback. Surprised to learn when Mel's character didn't refer to a lady cop as sugar tits. Exactly, because Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
And Parker. Anyway, one thing about this movie, I mean, I loved every single thing about it. Even like that character Val, he ends up killing.
Yeah.
Like, that actor Greg something, he's in everything at that time.
The blonde-haired guy.
Yeah, the blonde-haired guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So like at every point you're like, oh, I know that guy. Oh, I know that guy. Oh, I know that guy. And so you kind of feel like you're checking in on some people if you don't know, you heard about in the neighborhood,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, really? They got that guy? Oh, that's incredible. But man, every single thing about that story I loved. It was pretty tight.
Yeah. It was a pretty simple, straightforward, like, he just wants his money, and, he's going up the steps, like, I go to this guy, you can't give me my money, I'm going to the next guy. Goes to that next guy, you can't give me my money, I'm going to the next guy, and then
everybody is like trying to give him 130, and he's just like by the end of the movie, he just gives up. Like, I mean, I would have just taken the 130 and went, thank you, and then like cut it in half and said, I said 70. And maybe you get out, right? Maybe they go, really? I love that, like, the lower level guys are like, you're taking on these guys for only 70 grand.
Yeah.
And then the higher level guys, they get it, but they just don't. Like William Devane, even the first guy.
Yeah.
Who's a great actor, by the way. I love that guy.
Yeah.
He's like, you're doing all this for $130? No, I'm doing it for 70. And he doesn't understand that. Like, why are you taking this on for this small amount of money?
Yeah.
But he kind of gets, because Mel feels he feels wronged.
Yeah.
And just wants to make it right. If he had just given him 70, but he even understands. It's like, I just want the 70 grand. He goes, we can't do that, because if we do that, then everybody's going to want us to do that.
Right.
So I kind of understand that, but because it's a Parker movie, he shoots him.
Yeah.
And then he even says later, it's like, oh no, he thought I was bluffing, and now he knows I'm not bluffing. So now I'm going to shoot you, because he knows now.
Yeah.
So that was brilliant. That kind of made me feel bad for William Devane, because there's a path where he just goes, well, look, how about you and me just put the gun away. You and me go see the next guy, and I'll explain it. Like, you're going to kill everybody unless you get the money, and then this is us getting away cheap.
Yeah.
Just doing the right thing. But when does the mob do the right thing, right?
Right. I mean, that was one of the things that, like, from my point of view, like, if I were one of the mob guys, like, and I love that scene with that actor you were mentioning, because when he's on speaker with the next guy up, right, or the head boss, and he's like telling him, he's like, how much is this guy worth to you?
Yeah.
Is he worth $70,000?
Yeah, yeah.
If he is, give me the money. If you don't give me the money, I'm going to kill him. You know? And so, yeah, obviously they thought he was bluffing. And then he goes and in that moment, Chris Christopherson's character, obviously, you know, they're going to, you know, it's a movie. So they're like, no, of course he's going to be like, I'm going to kill you. You know, like you just screwed up. You messed up. But it was like a fork in the road. You had two options. Just give him the money. Like, you know, he just killed your guy, you know?
That's what makes this story so good, though.
Yeah.
Right? Is that sitting in the audience, you know what kind of movie you bought a ticket to, right?
Yeah.
And so you know all the tropes, and you probably love them, like you and me, right?
Yeah.
But like at every point, that's what makes it a great story, because at every point we're like, oh, you know, like you can get out of this, but that's not what movies are for.
Right. I get it. They play up on the whole ego and pride, like, you know, because they look at him like, oh, you're nobody, and you don't know who you just messed with. And it's like, no, the reality is you don't know who you're messing with, and now you're dead.
I think it's even cooler than that. It's like they don't believe that he can do anything to them, right? Because he's just one guy, and they're the outfit or the syndicate or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's why he plugs Devane, because it's like, all right, well, I found him, and then I killed him. I'm going to find you. I'm going to kill you. Then I'm going to, you know, then it's like easy. I'll just get your kid, and then you were right not to trust me. Click. Like,
yeah,
that's a pretty satisfying arc.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that he only has 8 toes now.
Yeah.
Because those things are growing back.
No.
But
it's pretty disfigured feet. But you know what? You can cover the feet up with socks and shoes. You don't need to see the toes.
No, it's more the pain, man. Because they throw him in the back of the trunk of the car with his hands handcuffed behind him.
Yeah.
And he does that cool slip thing, but they make a big deal of showing his bare feet go past his things, and he just kind of can't get that injured one off, and it flops over, and like I'm not a queasy guy, but even I was like,
oh yeah, just picturing it's like
it wasn't even that. It was like, how does a grown man do that in a trunk? Like, yeah, but I just squinted because it's Mel. Good job.
Yeah,
Mel.
I mean, his character is just determined, right? He powers through the pain. And
it's not bad. It's like, how much space if he's a 6-foot man? Like, I don't know. Like, because if your hands are behind you, that thing about getting your arms down past your ass anyway.
Yeah.
Getting that shit around. I mean, maybe you could do it if you're in a living room, right? But you're on your side in a car, a trunk. I don't know. But I mean, if Jason Statham can do it, why can't Mel Gibson in 1997?
Right.
Here's a good thought. I was thinking about modern Mel Gibson movies. I was like, maybe I'll see Fat Man this Christmas for some reason, but Mimi won't watch it. I tried to get her to watch it last year.
Yeah.
Like, nope, fuck it. No Mel Gibson. I'm like, all right.
You could do Daddy's Home 2.
Yeah, we get away with those because that's interesting, you know? Statham, I mean, Mark Wahlberg did a Parker as well.
Yeah. Parker and Parker, right?
Yeah. We saw both of those Daddy Has Home movies. I actually quite like those.
Yeah, they're nice movies.
But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's about it for Payback. I mean, it's my for stuff to talk about for me. I super enjoyed it, and it made me want to watch other versions of Parker movies.
Okay.
So, you know.
So where would you rank Payback in your, like, as a Mel Gibson fan, and like all the different Mel Gibson films? Like, where would you rank it at? Like top 10, top 5?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about how I feel about Mel Gibson movies. They're all so different, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you compare like the 3 Mad Max movies together? You know, I mean, it's like one's a Australian independent movie when he's 21 years old, and the American version is dubbed with David Hedison's voice. So it's not really, I mean, I saw it in the theater back when it came out because I had seen Gallipoli on HBO. And I
Okay.
was like, oh, hey, that I'm sure. I don't know if I have that timeline right. Mad Max must have been before Gallipoli, but I don't know. I don't know. I just went to it at the drive-in in Vermont, right? And I loved it. Maybe that's why I watched Gallipoli. Oh, there's a guy from Mad Max. I was the one American who thought that. but yeah, I mean, I love Lethal Weapon. I love Payback. I mean, it's a middle of the road one, right? It's not fantastic and it doesn't suck.
Yeah.
It does what it says on the tin, which is, the big meaty part of the bell curve of Mel Gibson movies.
Yeah,
so I'd put it somewhere in there. It's not fantastic and it doesn't suck, but it's great. I loved it. The cast is incredible. I mean, the cast is just as good with any other movie.
Bill Duke is one of the corrupt cops, right?
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah. John Glover, very small role, but
that was random when he showed up. I was like, what? Yeah. Is he in this movie? Did I miss something? Nah, he's just in it for like 3 minutes.
Which is funny because he does Payback. Now, you said that was 97, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, was it 97 or 98 when Batman and Robin came out? And he played Dr. Woodrow. And then just a few years later after that, he's cast as Lionel Luthor on Smallville.
I do know that. And then he walked off into the woods and was never heard from again.
Yeah. He does comic conventions. I hope to meet him one day.
No, really? I thought he died, man.
John Glover? No, he's still alive, man. He's healthy.
Who's the Glover that walked off into the woods?
I'm not sure.
Huh. I'll figure it out offline. Well, I'm glad he's not dead. I thought he was dead all this time.
No, like
he's not dead. No,
yeah, he still gets along great with Michael Rosenbaum. So when they get to do conventions together, they're like chatting and joking around and just talking about their past experiences. And
you mean like everybody at every convention ever?
Pretty much, yeah.
If you and Marco and Brian Gwynn or whatever his last name is,
Jin,
the three of you showed up at San Diego, we would sit around and talk about our shared experiences. What we have learned as adults.
Yeah. I hate to say it, I'm not trying to be mean about Brian Jin, but I have a feeling Brian would get bored and be like, all right, guys, I'm going to walk around the convention.
Yeah, so would I, honestly. I would just start doing. I would just pull out some water from the cooler and I'm like, you guys need anything? You want some beef jerky? I made this at home.
Hey, I'll take it.
Timmy says, "Get the Gringo," a pretty good recent movie. We actually have seen that one too. I made Mimi watch that one night. I loved Get the Gringo. That was excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought he did solid work in Expendables 3.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like the Expendables movies are nonsense.
Yeah.
I kind of actively, I think I saw which is the one that had Harrison Ford in it. Is that 3 as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the last one I saw.
Okay.
Even though I love Jason Statham, I know he's in them all the time.
Yeah.
But it's just, I get the joke, right? Hey, look at all these former action heroes all together doing an action movie. That's great. I don't need 17 of those.
I only want more until they make one that's so fantastic. I'm like, this is reminiscent of the 80s and 90s action movies.
Yeah. I have like a comic book story that makes me hate the Expendables. There's this guy, Zach something, he used to work for Lucasfilm. Zachary, I don't know, I forget his name. But he pitches this SEAL Team 6 thing, and he's like, I'm going to call it the Expendables. And I'm like, well, there's a Sylvester Stallone movie that's coming called The Expendables. And he's like, you can't copyright titles. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but do you want this book to like sell? Because everybody's going to buy it because they think it's a comic book adaptation of the movie that will be coming. You'll get your book out first, but everybody will think it's that. And then they'll return it because it's not, or they all get mad.
Right.
And I started working on it, and he was just being kind of, he had his own concerns. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, man. I mean, so a really funny thing happened. I did like an explosion word balloon
Yeah.
for the artist. So like just say kablam or something.
Yeah.
Because I was starting to letter it for him. And then I'm like, man, this isn't gonna be a good commercial thing for us. I don't think, I mean, I'll letter it for you if you want, but you're gonna have to pay me. And if I was you, I would just get somebody else to do that. I honestly don't even remember. I think maybe Josh Richardson even lettered it for him.
Okay.
And who was the guy who was working for me lettering at the time.
Yeah.
And they ended and I was like, go take it to Image, man. And Image published it and they used my word balloon. I just thought that was funny.
That's funny.
Anyway, every time I see the Expendables brought up, I always think of that. I'm like,
yeah. So did he end up keeping it as Expendables, or he called it?
No, he called it like SEAL Team 7 or something.
Okay.
Yeah, because Image probably told him the same thing. Like, bro, there's a Sylvester Stallone and everybody else movie coming called The Expendables.
Yeah,
You got to call it something else. That happens, though. I mean, Garth Ennis did a book called Seven Brothers, and it's a crime thing, but it's based on the Chinese folk tale called Seven Brothers.
Okay.
At the same time that Riley Rossmo and Alex Grecian were doing one for us, and I was like, man, look, first of all, Garth's my friend. Like, we just have to call it something else. Like, but that's what they call the thing, and I'm like, they're seven brothers. That's great. But don't their parents send them out into the world? Like, yeah. I'm like, just fucking call it Seven Sons. No one's going to know the goddamn difference.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, yeah. And so this thing that was like paralyzing. Oh, whatever will we do? And it's like changing the title is the least of anybody's problems.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
I think sometimes, like, how some creative people are, they get so attached to, like, no, I want it this way, it has to be this way, and it's like when you're
well aware of that, man.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
I used to have to deal with those people, right?
Yeah.
I get it. See, that was the weird thing about the challenge for me about publishing, is that I would tell people all the time, dude, I completely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah,
because I'm a creator too.
Yeah.
Yes. Why aren't I getting a giant slice of this? Well, because like our deal is everything's cut in thirds. Like, how can you get mad about that? Well, I want more money. Well, I get it, but you signed a contract. So that's kind of the end of that story. But like, think about it. Like, the writer gets a third, the artist gets a third, and the company gets a third. And we all do our jobs and we all like have beer to drink.
Everybody wins.
But talent doesn't see it that way. And I get it. And I used to have to make that calculation of myself all the time. It's like, just because you know what they're thinking because you are a creator, they don't know what you're thinking because they've never been a publisher.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they want you to deal with all this shit for.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, well, then there are some guys that were cool. Like, man, I will never forget Jason McNamara. We did 3 books with him because of this was his attitude. Like, he said in a interview once to somebody, I don't know where Larry and Mimi keep my books, but I know it's not behind my couch in my apartment.
Yeah.
Right. So like, just the fact that I was dealing with all of the, logistical shit for him was worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So I love to people like that, and not so much people that are like, oh, well, I know I signed a contract, but I need 50% of everything now. And I'm like, all right, where's that 50% come from? Because I'm not giving it up, and your artist isn't giving it up.
Right.
So, anyway.
Yeah.
That was quite a tangent.
No, I mean, it's refreshing. It's good to hear these types of stories, because like, or even for the people who watch and listen, like, they have a lot of people have no clue, so it's like, it's something to learn about, and it's great because it's like, if people ever get into the industry and go through that experience, they know from like hearing your stories, And,
well, it's not even comic related, right? It's a good thing to just realize that if you're having a, not an argument, but a disagreement with somebody, it's like, it's good to know everybody's perspective, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, I would have had less disagreements with folks if I had just realized sooner. It's like, oh man, why would you even know what's going on?
Yeah.
But then I would end up having to explain like very simple matters of, I don't know, freight shipping or something to somebody, because like, why are we spending all this money on this? Is because your comics have to get there, man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
anyway,
that's what I'm doing at my job, right? I have customers who are doing Amazon returns, and I'm explaining to them company policy. You can't ship it in that box, blah, 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 blah.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, well, this is how Amazon sent it to me. You're like, okay, well, we aren't Amazon.
Yeah. Here's a good one. Why didn't you pursue a role in Fury Road? I have better things to do. Not to mention the fact that, like, why would you want Mad Max to play a different character than Mad Max? That would just confuse everyone.
Yeah.
Like, Tom Hardy's playing the feral kid from the second movie. Everybody thinks he's Max, and he's not. Like, anyway.
Oh, he's not? I thought he was.
I know. Everybody thinks it. Go watch the movie, man.
Okay.
You've seen Road Warrior, right?
That's the second one, right?
Yeah.
No.
Well, Fury Road won't make any sense until you watch Road Warrior.
Okay.
I mean, you can watch it, but you'll think he's Mad Max the whole time.
Okay.
You will think he's Max Rockatansky. But there's some subtle clues. Like, they fucking come out and tell you it's 30 years later. So already it can't be Mel, right? Because that guy's 35. What was he, 5 years old in Mad Max? No. Right? Anyway.
Right.
Anyway, Tequila Sunrise is my favorite Mel movie.
Tequila Sunrise.
Okay.
That sounds familiar.
I think that's with Kurt Russell, right? I
think so.
Yeah. Favorite Mel movie? That's a great question. Absolute favorite Mel movie, I think, is the first Mad Max for me. Just because I have a giant, loyalty the first time somebody does something.
Yeah.
Like, Mel Gibson's career doesn't really exist without that movie.
I agree.
All the other films that I enjoy, like, I love Lethal Weapon. I almost actually said Lethal Weapon. But man, there's a lot of stuff in the first Mad Max that I really, really like.
Yeah.
They don't show his kid and wife getting hit by the things. They just show the little kid's ball bouncing across the highway. That's super powerful. And then the whole character of Goose is that his partner is sort of the opposite number. It's like he kind of becomes what Max does in the second and third movies. Right?
Okay.
His partner is already whatever. Hey, Sag is here. Lethal Weapon for me. Merry Christmas. Yeah. I wouldn't argue that. I think Lethal Weapon is probably, without my loyalty to like the first one.
Yeah.
Like, this stuff doesn't exist without. I think Lethal Weapon is probably my favorite because I'm just a giant Shane Black fan.
Yeah, Shane Black. Yeah. I mean, for me, I still lean towards Braveheart.
Yeah, see, Braveheart's a joke to me because I'm old. They would never take off free. Shut up, Mel. Like I like The Patriot better than Braveheart, and it's
The Patriot's so good.
The same movie, though,
Yeah. Well, because I think it's written by the same guy who wrote Braveheart.
Is it really? That makes sense.
I believe so.
To this day, I call Jason Isaacs Captain Tavington because he's cool.
Oh, dude, he was such a great, vicious villain in that movie.
What's Timmy say? Braveheart had such good villains. Yeah, but you were right the first time. Come on. There's Toe Cutter and the Knight Rider. And then, then the later movies, Master Blaster's great.
Did you ever hear the story of how Mel Gibson got the Mad Max role?
No.
So he wasn't even like the original choice.
What? Who's the original choice?
It was a buddy of his.
Oh, yeah?
Who I think was going for the role. And I think his buddy was basically going to get the role. Okay. But then the director was like, he noticed Mel because he joined him. I guess like they met in a bar.
Yeah, that happens kind of a lot.
Yeah. And
That
so
kind of thing.
he saw Mel at the bar, and he's like, "Let me talk to that guy," And I think that same night, like Mel Gibson got into like a bar fight.
Oh yeah, and he just
I think he got
shows up all beat up, and he's like,
he
"Yeah,
got his ass kicked
come
apparently.
with us."
Yeah,
That's cool.
But eventually, the guy was just like, "No, I think this is the guy for the role."
You know what that is? Mel Gibson's the original Hemsworth. That's what that is.
Yeah.
We can't let this go by. Chris Seguisig will give him the honor of saying his name correctly, because this outrage, Maverick, is his second favorite Mel Gibson movie.
That's a great one too, man.
I don't know about that.
Richard Donner, I think, directed it, right?
I don't know, but you want to hear a cool thing? Mimi and I, I don't think we were married yet, so it was like some kind of date or something. We were like, hey, let's go to not Yellowstone, what the hell, Lake Tahoe, right? For the weekend. And we go to our favorite place. We go to Camp Curry, get some canvas tent action going on, raccoons, bears everywhere. It's a blast. But we kind of can't get in there because there's, shooting trucks everywhere, the trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing? They're like, oh, they're shooting a movie, like Maverick. And I was like, what? James Gardner's around here. Fucking Mel Gibson's around here. And so it was all second unit stuff, or, guys in their costumes, like walking across the meadow from distance, Yeah. It wasn't them. But it was still pretty fun. It was cool. So that's what I think of when I see Maverick. But I don't believe Jodie Foster for a minute. So I can't take that movie. Sorry, Chris.
You know what? That might be. I was never crazy about Jodie Foster, but when I saw her in that movie, I really enjoyed her performance, and I just thought to myself, like, I think this is the prettiest I've ever seen Jodie Foster.
Yeah, my thing isn't that. I just, I saw her in Bad News Bears, so
yeah,
I just don't care.
Yeah,
and then, I mean, she's great in Cosmos, but that's about it. I mean, not Cosmos, Contact.
Contact. Yeah.
But Carl Sagan wrote both, so that's an easy slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is making us think of another movie to watch next week, though, is it?
Do I need to go to my list?
Yeah, why don't we, or we can ask Timmy and Chris, what do you want Randall to watch and me to make fun of him about? But yeah, look at your list and throw some out. We'll make those guys vote on it.
Let's see here.
We've been doing pretty good, I think, for choosing cool stuff from neat actors. A Thanksgiving film. Oh yeah, Randall wants to watch Road Warrior. I don't know, back-to-back Mels. We should put Road Warrior on the list, though. That just because you'll get a lot more jokes that we make.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I to be honest, I've been keeping an eye out for the movies to see if they go on sale, and then because I've been wanting to binge watch the Mad Max films. Oh, so there's the Furiosa film I haven't watched yet.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to know. I mean, you'll like that movie; it's great.
Yeah,
but yeah. If you don't, you won't get where a lot of stuff comes from later movies. If you don't, what's so funny about Road Warrior is, I mean, just the Mad Max movies, is that you don't really have to watch the first one, right? If you start with the second one, you're good on Mad Max.
Oh yeah,
I mean, you're good on the Max character, right? I don't know. I love that first movie so much, but it's so different tones because it's kind of like it's like taking place now, like civilization's kind of winding down.
Yeah.
Right. And so the rest of them are all, it's over, Bal. Right. And 3 days ride back, I saw an 18-wheeler and all that gas. You know what I mean? That's where everybody's at. Like, I got a dog and he's my only friend.
Yeah.
This Australian guy has an auto gyro. Where he found that, I don't know. But that's a good movie. I like it. Anyway. I can't believe the Mad Max director also did Happy Feet. Did you know that? George Miller?
I vaguely remember hearing about that. Yeah.
I believe it because all creative people, they have different shit in their heads, man.
I think I remember he was in talks of trying to make a Justice League movie.
He did. Arnie, he had cast everybody. Arnie Hammer was going to be Batman.
Yeah.
I forget the girl who was Wonder Woman, but I remember thinking that's a good casting. Oh man. You know what? I would love to read that script. I've been reading scripts a lot lately.
Yeah.
And I would just weird shit that some of my friends have. I'm like, hey, you don't have the Zero Effect pilot script starring Alan Cumming that never went forward. I'm like, PDF or printed? The print one's going to cost you $30, but I think I got the PDF I can flow you. Like, that's awesome. So what are we watching? Are you going to buy Road Warrior, or is something off your off your thing?
Let me see here.
I want to start watching weird ass shit. Have you ever heard of the Last Rites of Ransom Pride?
No.
Lizzie Kaplan and Scott Speedman did a Western.
Okay.
It's fucking amazing. And no one's heard of it. Randall wants to watch Jaws. That's pretty funny. You've seen Jaws, haven't you?
Of course. I've seen them all.
All the Jaws?
All 4 of them.
I would, except their teeth fall out and they grow right back.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you looking at? Are you looking at your list?
I am looking at the list. I'm looking at the list. I'm
trying to figure something and we'll make fun of you.
I'm trying to find something close to that I think is Mel Gibson type.
Band of the Hand. No, just let's do some random thing, man.
Random? Okay.
Like we should do except even I don't have this and it's hard to get, but there's this great movie called To Live and Die in LA.
Oh, I've always heard good things about that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that lately. I'm like, I'm gonna find a copy of that. I'm sure it's on archive.org, but I just don't want to watch a movie like that's on my phone this big. That's also like 77.
What are your thoughts on Pan's Labyrinth?
I mean, I'm not a big Del Toro fan, honestly.
No, okay.
Pan's Labyrinth. That's some dude. The Nazis kill a little kid at the end. That's some bleak shit.
Spoiler, man.
Oh, fuck that noise. I didn't spoil shit. Oh, it's a horror movie. There's some horror in it. I
didn't think it was a horror movie.
Dude, there's a fucking monster. It goes like this and has fucking eyes in its palm.
Which is reminiscent of Hellboy. Like, I don't think Hellboy's a horror movie.
No, I don't either. Hellboy is awesome.
Yeah.
How is that reminiscent of Hellboy?
Well, Del Toro did Hellboy.
No, I understand that. He did a couple of them.
Yeah. And then you have like the creatures that, that look like the creatures that he did in Pan's Labyrinth remind me of some of the creatures that we would see in Hellboy.
Yeah, except it's in service of Nazi horror instead of like cute little fun things. And sure, there's Nazis because it's Mike Mignola and Del Toro, but they're Nazis who called the Hellboy in, and Hellboy is not going to be a Nazi. Hellboy is good.
How about Jack Ryan's
bad?
How about Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit?
The one with Chris Pine?
Yeah.
That movie sucks dick. Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude. I want you to swear on your mother's life that you never watched that movie.
The problem, though, is I'm a Kenneth Branagh fan.
He's horrible in it. He plays a Russian mobster.
Yeah.
And his Russian accent is horrible. And he's a fantastic actor. I have nothing but love for that guy.
He also directed that movie.
Well, it blows, and he needs to not do that anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you. Don't even, one day, don't even go, it's on. It's going to start here. Larry told me it sucks. I don't believe him. Your eyes will be bleeding by the end of it. It's so, nothing makes sense. It doesn't seem like, it seems like he used third or fourth takes. Doesn't sound like I don't know. I kind of don't want to tell you what I really think, because at some point there's a non-zero chance I'm going to be sitting at a diner and Kenneth Branagh is going to go, Larry Young, I heard what you said. And you were talking to Randall on a thing that 30 people watch. And no, but it came to my attention and I need to speak to you. And I'll go, right, I'm really sorry, man. You're right. You know,
Like,
you're
I
just
see
trying
the
to
DNA.
get a job. And I'm like, but yeah, that was horrible. I love his
Uh,
Thor. He was awesome in Thor. I
Yeah.
love that weird Dead Again movie he did when he was married to Emma Thompson. I love that guy. That
Yeah.
movie? No, thank you.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
Here, you ever, what's on? You gotta do this, or everybody's gonna say Godzilla film, which already I agree. Godzilla King of Monsters? I don't know, but Popeye, not a Godzilla movie,
I've
but
seen Popeye. I'm a Robin Williams fan.
a lot of cocaine in that film.
That's what I heard. And the sets are still built. You can
Yeah,
go.
yeah, no, that's
You
a
can,
tourist place.
yeah.
It's not that the sets are still built; they made them real houses now.
Yeah.
That was all a set before, but that made those things permanent, which I
Nice.
think is great.
Yeah.
That's what I would do if you shot Planet of the Apes in my backyard. I would make a little thing so you could walk from the street down the sidewalk into the backyard, past the ticket tape and the gift shop, of course.
How about Shutter Island?
Dude, will you pick a good movie? So, first of all, Shutter Island blows because Leonardo DiCaprio
I'm on a roll right
is
now, man.
not a great actor at this point in his career, I think. I don't find it satisfying. Of course, he's technically proficient. But then it's some fucking mindfuck horror movie. Like, why? Well, get the murder and shit out of your heads, unless it's Mel Gibson shooting bad guys.
All right. Lord of War.
Why don't you read something that is good? Is Lord of War that arms race thing with what's his name and the other guy? I told you, man. I wasn't really going to be prepared for this.
So have you seen Lord of War?
That's what I'm asking. Is that a gun running movie with the fat guy who's not fat anymore? Who's in Lord of War?
No. That's shoot. I forget
that guy.
I forget the name of that movie, but I know you're talking about. It's a Nicolas Cage movie.
All right. What's it about?
He sells arms.
Okay.
So it's basically like from his point of view, like, I think it reaches a point where he changes his mind. Like he's like, I don't want to sell to these guys, and it escalates. And I think what's his name? Jared Leto's in it, and he's kind of like the trainee. Like he's been training and working with him.
No, hate that guy.
Lost you at Jared Leto?
Oh my god, that guy is the turd I had this morning is a better actor than that guy. Anyway.
All right. I know I'm bound to get a good one.
I think it really works well when we are talking about something and then that leads us into it, or somebody has to die. So not have it be Nicolas Cage. He's a good guy, but hey, you ever see Drive Angry?
No.
So there you go. There's a Nicolas Cage movie. That's a horror movie. Okay, like that. Yeah, there you go.
You're okay
Angry.
with that one? Okay, that one is on the list.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You have it?
Yeah.
Dude, let's do that. So, because there's lots of ins for us to talk about there, because what's her name? The girl in it is
Johnny Depp's
Mrs. Aquaman, and Johnny Depp's. What's her name?
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. Yeah, she's great in that. Nicolas Cage is great at that, and it's basically, you know how he did 2 Ghost Rider movies.
Yeah.
It's a Ghost Rider movie if it's good. And there are dead people and priests and stuff. Let's you know what's so awesome? I don't even have to write this down because I will remember, but I'm gonna, because I'm gonna get to look at this for a week. Walker's coming for Thanksgiving break on Friday.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll make him watch it.
Okay.
With me, because that's how good that movie is.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. Like when we have threads,
yeah,
and then Chris and Timmy will show up next week and go, hey, remember when Larry was shitting on all our things and he made fun of Randall? Well, at least we get to watch Drive Angry. And I like doing this in case somebody wants to watch it before, so they, they can join us.
Well, yeah, because it kind of just flows naturally. We eventually, like, the more and more we talk, we find something. You're like, hey, that's it. That's the movie we're going to watch.
I can't believe we've been talking for a while, and you don't know that I absolutely despise horror movies. Like,
no, I know you don't like horror movies.
So why you suggested horror movies?
I didn't. I suggested Pan's Labyrinth, which I didn't think was a horror movie, and you're like, that's a horror Nazi movie.
Shutter Island, Jesus Christ, man!
Shutter Island, that's a thriller. That's not a horror.
It's a thriller with horrors in it. You thought I was saying horror movies. I was saying horror movies.
Oh, horrors.
No.
Okay.
No, but that's what I tell people when they say you don't like horror movies. I go, I love horror movies. Like Porky's is great. Anything with that girl.
American Pie. I love all the American Pie films.
That's a good one. Timmy's on a roll. You ever see Silverado? That's a great movie.
I've wanted to see Silverado, but I don't have that on my.
Whenever we're talking about Kevin Costner, we'll go. Maybe that should be our Costner movie.
Yeah.
Up in Smoke. You ever see Cheech and Chong flicks?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've watched them all the way through. I've seen like bits and pieces.
Me neither.
Yeah. There was
that's my doper voice.
There was a weird movie called Yellowbeard.
Yes.
That I remember as a kid. Like, I remember parts of that film, and in parts of the film that happened to it, it was just like, I guess it caught me by surprise. I just remember laughing really, really hard as a kid at some of the scenes.
It's a Cheech and Chong pirate movie. What's not funny about that?
Yeah.
I have never seen it because I was an adult by then.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I like this movie when it was called Ice Pirates.
If we do, by the way, if we do a Kevin Costner film, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Okay. Silverado's better, but like I love Prince of Thieves.
I've never seen it, so
there's a character in it. It's the guy. I think it's Guy of Ginsburg. He works for the sheriff, but he's the guy that I was trying to do his voice forever. That allows me to do Jason Statham now because it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
He has this thing when he rides up, he's wearing all black leather and wool cape. He's got this dark brown horse that's almost black, but it's black enough that you think it's just this great thing. He's like comes up out of the meadow and he meets Robin of Locksley while everybody thinks he's dead and he's going to the castle. But he just looks like a schmuck from coming back from the Crusades. And this guy like pulls up, it's perfectly shot, and he goes, "Might I have the pleasure of your name?" He makes like name like a 3-syllable word. And man, that was on HBO like once a day. And I would always like for like a week, I would just whenever it was on, it just happened to like show up around 10 minutes around that scene. Yeah. And so I would just stop and I would wait for him to go, "Might I have the pleasure of your name?" Anyway,
that's so good. That's so good.
We should do that. Let's do that one. But not next week. Drive Angry, man.
Okay. So Drive Angry.
I'm gonna put Prince of Thieves under that just so we don't forget. Okay. That's a great idea. Do you have that?
I do.
I don't, but I'll find it.
I think it's on my list here.
You've never seen that?
No.
Dude, I don't know what your feelings are about Alan Rickman. The the bad guy.
I love Alan Rickman.
You will love him more in this.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I mean, here's the funny thing, right? I love Robin Hood Men in Tights. And I know that Robin Hood Men in Tights was heavily spoofing on.
Yeah, that was Mel Brooks's parody version of that movie.
Yeah.
To the point with at the end, there's a famous cameo that plays the king. Yeah. And I'm not going to tell you. I mean, you might know, but I'm not going to spoil it. But it's that scene in Men in Tights when Patrick Stewart shows up.
Yeah.
That's a riff on who shows up at the end of Kevin Costner's movie.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So you will.
If I had to guess,
you'll go, "Oh, I know where this joke came from now."
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, guess. I'll tell you. Yeah, it's Sean Connery.
Yeah.
But Sean Connery shows up. Look at all Sean Connery,
Yeah.
And then in Men in Tights, like Patrick Stewart shows up. Look at all Patrick Stewart. And I was like, that's a really good joke.
And I think the reason it is, yeah, I think the reason I guessed Sean Connery is because when I think of
You were looking at me, and we had that salt and pepper hair. I get that
Yeah.
Sean Connery thing. No, you don't have to explain to the girls. They all know.
well the accent that Patrick Stewart was using.
Oh yeah, what do you think he was doing?
Scottish.
Yeah.
He's doing Scottish accent, and I was like, so once you said like, oh, the cameo, like wait till you see who plays him, I think to what Patrick Stewart did, and I was like, oh well, if he's doing a Scottish accent, it's got to be.
I kind of want to watch Men in Tights now again.
Yeah,
that's a great movie. There was a TV show in the 70s that Dick Gaudier was in. It's exactly that movie.
Yeah,
it's Men in Tights in the like late 70s and early 80s.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember what it was called, but it was a joke like that. Chris might know. He's my age. Randall wants to watch Looker. You ever see that with Tom Selleck? It's a Michael Crichton.
No.
And that's
wait.
One of the lesser ones.
It's not the one where he's a cop, right?
Yeah. He's a cop. He's got a gun.
I don't think it's called
When Things Were Rotten. God bless you, Chris Seguise.
Yeah. I don't think it's called.
I have to call him by his real name now because he's like a good friend of mine now.
Yeah.
And we just talk on the internet. We live down the street. I've been to his house twice. He's actually moved. I haven't even been have I been to your new house? I don't know. He's so generous. He was like, come to my house. Hey, have this $200 chess set. I just can't use it anymore. And by the way, here's a giant Stormtrooper helmet for your kid.
Oh, nice.
Walker teared up, man. He's like, this is going on my special helmet show. I'm like, fuck yeah, it is. That was really nice. So thanks, Chris.
Very cool.
Anyway, someday I'll have you over for dinner or something. We'll watch something stupid on TV and I'll show you around. It's a cool office. You should see it. It's great. Randall wants to watch Kiss Meets Phantom of the Park. Do you even know what that is?
Oh, geez.
You should, because comics are involved.
Hmm?
Comics are involved with this.
Really?
So there was a TV movie called Kiss Meets Phantom of the Park, and Stan's in it because they did a special comic book adaptation of it.
Yeah.
And that's where they got the idea to put Mark, I forget, the guy who's supposed to be Owen Wilson's character in the TVA. Gruenwald. Mark Gruenwald. They put like his ashes in the Squadron Supreme book.
Yeah,
they got the idea because this Phantom of the Park, they put fucking Gene Simmons' tongue blood in it. That's what the red ink is. And it's like, I don't know. I think that's great.
The folklore.
No, I mean they did.
They did.
Yeah, they did a documentary, like pictures of like dumping the stuff in the. Oh man, it was a big deal back in the 70s. But it's horrible. Don't watch it. We will watch a double feature of, like in the 70s, man, they would do these 2-hour TV movies, right?
Yeah.
As pilots for shows. And with the thought if it doesn't sell, at least we can get advertising money for movie of the week, right?
Yeah.
They're not just burning money on pilots for the hell of it. So there was this one called Exo-Man, which is basically Iron Man.
Okay.
And Clone Master is probably my favorite of all of them because the conceit was he made 13 clones and the main scientist gets killed at the end of the 2-hour movie. Yeah. But his 13 clones go out in the world and each episode would be the adventures of a different clone. Nice. So it's kind of like The Fugitive and The Hulk where you're traveling around, except it's not one guy traveling. It's 13 guys who split because their clone father got murdered. Come on! Don't you want to see that show? Anyway.
I mean, isn't there a show called Orphan Black?
Yes, Orphan Black, completely different.
Yeah.
But awesome. Have you ever seen that?
Which one?
Orphan Black.
No.
Dude, watch the first episode.
Yeah.
And you will, in less than 13 to 17 weeks, Tatiana Maslany will have restraining order on you because she crushes that.
Yeah.
I've never seen a TV show. All the TV that I've watched,
Yeah.
Lost had a great pilot. Don't get me wrong. You know, all the stuff I've seen, they fucking come out of the gate. That they hang this entire show on that you believe in the pilot, the first episode.
Yeah.
They hang that entire show that you believe the same actress is playing 3 different people, and you don't even recognize it. You're like, that's her clone? Wow, is that girl her sister or something? They look really similar.
Yeah, yeah.
No, she crushes it. And then that's why that show went like 7 years.
Yeah.
Because, like I said after the first one, I'm like, I don't know what you have to do to get all the Emmys, but she's going to get the Emmys. And it took like 3 years.
Yeah.
But that was 100% politics because it was completely clear to everyone involved that woman was the best actor on TV.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. The writing's great. Matt Frewer's in it after a while. Who's Max Headroom? I love him.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you need to quit a job and just watch Orphan Black instead. Maybe there's a way you can get paid to watch Orphan Black. I don't know if there is.
You know
tell
what?
me.
I just need to have a successful podcast to where.
What do you call this? You got a successful podcast, man.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I
Like,
know. You know, we need to be 23-year-old girls. That's our problem. All right, it's 10 after. So Mimi's back. I almost called her mommy because Walker's coming back. Mimi's back from her run, I heard.
yeah.
But we have to go out on this. Tim says his favorite pilot episode, $6 Million Man. That's a defensible thing. That fucking rocks.
Yeah.
But mainly, have you ever seen that? The first
No.
2-hour movie. It's great because he's a dick. He's mad that he's in an accident. He's mad that they gave him his robot parts because he's depressed now, and he's not a secret agent like he is in the show.
Yeah.
They did like 3 or 5 movies. We just have to put this up.
Yeah, yeah.
How have you not seen the beginning of $6 Million Man? I don't know.
Oh man, I mean,
I would send you my Time Life DVDs, but
there's all kinds of things I still haven't watched. What was I gonna mention? Like,
we should just leave this up. I'm gonna screen grab this so I don't have to go look for it later.
There should be a t-shirt.
Look into the camera and say, "I'm sorry, Chris."
I'm sorry, Chris.
That's too late. I have to do that. Oh, I can't do it live. Oh, that's funny. I'll do it. I'll do it when I'm playing later.
I mean, I am doing my best. Like I said, I have Fandango at home. I'm always buying stuff when it's on sale.
Just the old men are teasing you. Don't worry about it.
No, yeah.
Right? We're saying, oh, how come you haven't watched this thing that came out like 11 years before you were born or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Peacock. Oh, that's cool. Oh, right on.
I just purchased. It was like on sale for $10 today. Dexter Resurrection, which I'm a big fan of the Dexter series. And
of course you are. He like murder and death and scary stuff.
Michael C. Hall's great. And then not many TV shows do the internal dialogue.
I love the one thing I do know about Dexter. I haven't seen it. Is the dark-haired girl who plays his sister.
Yeah,
I think it's his sister. She was in a TV show that I loved. The adaptation version of shit. I can't remember what it was called. The Bradley Cooper Limitless. She was in the TV version of Limitless. And
really?
I thought they did great in that show.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, I have to get going. It's 1:15.
Drive Angry. And, what took me so long to watch Payback?
Thanks, Tim and Chris. We'll see you guys later. What did take you so long?